right. All right. All right. Let's see here and get my camera right. All right. Let's see. I think we about ready to go. This store full of people, people in here shopping, and I'm about to give a whole webinar right here. All right. I want to welcome everybody to our webinar. This is Me Incorporated Mission Empowerment's webinar. Our logo, our motto here at Mission Empowerment, which is a program of the Uhuru Academy. Our motto here is you are your own business. That's why we call it Me Incorporated, right? We want to encourage young people, particularly young people in between the ages of 16 and 24, to treat yourself like you are your own business. If you had a business, would you keep it dirty or would you keep it clean? If you had a business, would you keep it up to date with the times or get behind the times, right? So we want to encourage self-care. We want to encourage education. We want to encourage skill building among young people. And most importantly, we want to empower young people to take matters into their own hands, to take their success into their own hands and do more than dream, but also to plan. And that's what this webinar is about today. So let's get started. And first of all, what is Me Incorporated, right? Me Incorporated is a youth empowerment workshop series designed to engage, encourage, and empower African-American youth between the ages of 16 and 24 as it relates to employment, self-esteem, life skills, and entrepreneurship. So the whole push of this program, the whole push of the Me Incorporated series is to capture and engage that age group between 16 and 24 when you're really figuring out what it is you want to do. Like, these are what we call your skill building years, and we think it's very important that we engage young people and empower young people to build their skill set, right? And to set their mind and their focus on building their skills and deciding what it is they want to do or go into. There is an abundance of dreaming inside of our community. We love to tell our children to dream. What's your dream? Whatever your dream is, you can do it. What's your dream? But I think it's time for us to transition into asking, what's your plan? How are you going to get there? How do you get from point A to point Z? I've been teaching for 30 years, and one of the biggest challenges I've always run into when dealing with young people is the how. A lot of them will know the what, but they won't know the how. Another challenge we always run into is the limited menu of options that young people tend to have when you ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to achieve when you become an adult? Right? We tend to grab occupations that we see famous Black people in. Right. So you see rappers. So nowadays, when you ask a group of young people, if you go into any junior high environment, or if you go into any elementary school environment, or even high school environment, and you ask young Black boys and young Black girls what they want to be, usually what they answer is going to reflect something that's impacting their lives or something that they see. That's why you see a lot of boys say, I'm going to be in the NFL. I'm going to be in the NBA. Or nowadays, young people like to say, I'm going to be a rapper. I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be in videos. One of the big things now is I want to be a YouTuber. When I talk to young people nowadays, 1 in every 3 want to be a YouTuber. Why? They spend a lot of time on YouTube and they say, whoa, this looks like something that I can do. Often when I talk to young people in low income areas or areas in high crime, I meet a lot of young people in the young say, I want to be a police officer, or I want to be a lawyer, and that may be because they have someone in their family that's incarcerated and they want to help get them out, or they want to be a police officer because they see police brutality and they figure they will be a better police officer than the ones that they see, So these aren't decisions that are really based on hard research. It's not really based on their personality types. It's not even based on, their skill sets. They usually pick things based on their social and economic experiences. And that's not always a healthy way to choose what it is you want to be in life, just by what's impacting you in your life, right? So we've developed Me Incorporated to help provide that menu, to come fill that void between dreaming and planning, and to provide a greater menu for our young people to look at, for you to look at when it comes to deciding what it is you want to do with your life, right? Yeah, we want you to be, we want to prepare you and empower you and get you ready to attack life. You know what I'm saying? In a positive way. All right. All right. So When we have these webinars, of course, you guys are watching live. Many of you are watching live on social media, but right now you also have an opportunity to register for our webinars and to get engaged in the dialogue. If you were engaged in the dialogue, this is what we do. We basically have what we call the Me Incorporated webinar agreements. And these are our agreements that we agree to implement with one another when we're having this discussion, right? Those agreements include respect. That's number one. Respect yourself and respect others that are engaged in dialogue with you. And carry these agreements with you in your life. And I think you'll find that they'll be very effective. But one is respect, and what is respect? We define respect as understanding. Try to understand where I'm coming from. I'll try to understand where you're coming from. Without understanding, there can be no respect. That's our agreement number one, that we respect one another. Number two, right, when we have particularly when we have our closed session, confidentiality. What we share with one another is just with one another, right? And so if confidentiality is requested, confidentiality is given, right? This ain't everybody's business, even though we broadcasting right now. Accountability. And what I mean by accountability is that when you're inside of our space, right, accountability is important. We take responsibility for our actions. We take responsibility for what we say. We take responsibility for what we do. When we talk about where we're trying to go in life, it's not healthy for us to discuss what other people are doing to us, how other people are causing us to fail, how other people are slowing us down. No, we hold ourselves accountable inside of this movement, inside of the mission empowerment movement. It's all about accountability. All right. Next, we have I statements. I statements basically means talk about you. Don't talk about me. Make I statements. Talk on how you feel, own your perspective. Focus on where you're going. Focus on you. Make I statements. So when you do speak up and you do express your perspective or express how you feel, express how you feel. Make sure that you're analyzing your own feelings, not everybody else's. Sometimes it's a lot easier to tell somebody else how they feel than it is to get in touch with your own feelings, right? Next one, take care of self. When we're having a dialogue, if you need to use the bathroom, if you need to get up, if something you need to take care of, just take care of it in a polite and respectful manner. Self-care is very important, right? Our next one is piggyback with permission. I like to say veggie back because I don't eat pork, but with permission, piggyback. So if someone makes a good point and you want to jump on that point, well, ask them first, can I piggyback on that, or can I veggie back on what you just said? It's important that we acknowledge when someone says something good that touches you, we acknowledge by asking their permission if we can add on to what they're saying. Sometimes people just want what they said to stand alone. I might not want you to add on to what I'm talking about. So these are just some basic rules of good dialogue, right? All right. And then our next rule, we like to call it balance and imbalance, or no right or wrong. We're not here to place blame on anybody or anything for whatever might be holding us back, right? And we don't come in with a right or wrong mentality. We say things are either in balance or things are out of balance, right? So are you making balanced decisions in your life, or unbalanced decisions or imbalanced decisions in your life? Does that make sense? Rather than calling yourself right or calling yourself wrong, right? Let's look at it in terms of, am I living a balanced life, or is my life somewhat out of balance? Every decision you make should be put on a scale of pros and cons. It's either going to be balanced or it's going to be out of balance. And so that's a rule of dialogue when it comes to mission empowerment, right? Next, ask questions. Right? If you're watching on social media, don't hesitate to put a question in the comments. If you're engaged inside of one of our webinars live, don't hesitate to ask a question. As a matter of fact, if you catch a recording of the webinar and you have questions, you can email me at babaamin@uhuruacademy.com, and I'll make sure I post that later on in the webinar as well. So never hesitate to ask questions. One of the biggest mistakes we make is that we think that everywhere we go, we have to have the answers. No, whenever you go somewhere, be prepared with your questions. Questions are important. Okay. All right. There's no shame in not knowing. The only shame is being ashamed not to know. Okay. And then have fun with this, have fun. I don't want to be a stick in the mud presenter. That's not my style. I want you to have fun with this. I want you to be able to apply some of the jewels that we drop on you into your life. And I want you to enjoy yourself throughout this process. Finding ourselves and finding out what it is that we want to be and what we do is one of the most critical decisions we can make. And you don't want to be in a stressful state of mind when doing that. So have fun. All right. Also, in mission empowerment inside of our movement, we have what we call our empowerment laws. And these are basic universal laws that we encourage young people to live by, young people to adopt, put them on your wall, put them on your mirror, whatever you need to do, but just some basic laws to remind yourself on the way to success, right? One of those laws is fight fear with facts. What do we mean by fight fear with facts? A lot of times we are afraid to take a step in life. Right? A lot of times we are scared to what they say in the neighborhood, jump off the porch, scared to get out there, scared to go out here and take a chance on maybe starting your own business or even applying for that job that you've always wanted or talking to that person that you've been afraid to talk to, right? Well, we say fight fear with facts. What we mean by that is do your due diligence, study that job, study that company that you want to work for. The more you know about it, the more comfortable you'll be approaching, right? Study the business that you want to go into. What are the risks? What are the rewards? Look at what you have and compile a list of pros and cons that'll help you decide what you want to do. Doing your due diligence, fight fear with facts. In mission empowerment, we teach and we encourage investigation. We encourage research before making a decision, right? And that's how you fight fear. The more facts you have, the less fear you'll be operating with. Right. Our next law is the more valuable skills, the more dollar bills. The more you know how to do, the more streams of revenue you can create for yourself. So we promote skill building at Mission Empowerment. Right. We promote learning how to code, learning how to type, learn how to sew, learn how to cook, learn how to build, learn how to fix things. You should be a skill junkie. That's what we encourage. We encourage an addiction to skills. Some people say they want to wake up and have fun every day, wake up and get high every day. We say wake up and get to work every day. You don't have to have a job in order to work. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, build your skill bank. Whether it's a skill bank on your computer, learning how to design an app, or learning how to write code, whatever skill set that you're interested in, become a skill junkie. The more viable skills you have, the more dollar bills. And what we mean by viable skills, we're talking about skills that you can use to make some money. For example, young people, us old folk, we don't know how to use social media like y'all do, right? You can make money right now going in and helping business owners promote their businesses on social media. A lot of business owners have no idea how to use Facebook, how to use Instagram, how to use Snapchat. It would be a great business for a young person to come in and say, you know what? Let me set up your Snapchat, your Instagram, and Facebook accounts. Let me manage them for you, and then you pay me for my services. Just throwing it out there. The more valuable skills, the more dollar bills, right? The next law is others can show you the way, but only you can follow the path. Look, as adults, we control the process, but y'all control the results. We can show you. Our job is to lay it out here like what I'm doing right now today. I'm laying it out here for you, right? That's our job, but only you can follow the path. Only you can choose whether or not you're going to take advantage of the information that you learn or whether or not you're going to go another way. I know you're receiving all kind of messages, a lot of mixed messages every day in your life on what to do with your personal life, what to do with your professional life, right? Look, others can show you the way or a way, but only you can follow the path. The path is your choice. That's your power, right? Our next law is ownership is protection. What do we mean by ownership is protection? In the mission empowerment movement, we encourage young people to be owners. We want you to own your home. We want you to own your business, right? Even if you work for other people, we want you to have a side hustle or something on the side that you own. We don't want you to become a serial renter. We don't want you to get trapped into credit card debt. We don't want you to get trapped into college loan debt, right? Ownership is protection. When you own what you have, for example, buying a car. A lot of us like to take, as soon as we get $1,500, we like to go down to a car lot and we like to pay a down payment and get a car, and you have like a $400, $450 car note every month, right? Now, if something happens, God forbid, you lose your job or your means of income, they can come get your car if you can't pay your car note. So that car really isn't yours, right? But if you'd have waited a little bit longer and saved up $3,000 as opposed to the $1,500, you could have bought a reliable car for $3,000 cash. It might not look as good as the one you put that down payment on, but guess what? You will own it. It's yours, and your ownership protects you from the repo man, right? Ownership is protection. That's one of our other empowerment laws. And if you walk around here with an ownership mind state, then you got the right type of mind that's going to protect your assets, protect your achievements, and protect those things that you're able to earn as a result of your success, right? Okay. Another law we have is, if all you do is dream, you'll only reach your goals in your sleep. I'm going to say it again. If all you do is dream, you'll only reach your goals in your sleep. I know. The only speech we ever play from Dr. King is, I have a dream. And you've had people say on TV, I was saying, what's your dream? Oh, if you dream it, you can achieve it. No, I'm sorry. You got to plan it, and then you got to implement it in order to achieve it. Dreaming is the beginning stage. I'm not telling you don't dream, but you got to take that dream. You have to manifest that dream with real work on the ground. We need to understand that there's going to be sacrifice. You need to understand that discipline is going to be required, that research is going to be required. So you can dream, but if all you do is dream, you'll only get there in your sleep. You can dream about being famous all day long. You can dream about being rich. You can dream about it all the time. You can reach your goals in your sleep all the time. But if you want to reach your goals out here, you got to do more than dream. You got to plan. You have to strategize, you have to sacrifice, and you have to work. That's the reality of it. So that's what that law is. If all you do is dream, you'll only reach your goals in your sleep. We got to take it beyond the dream. All right. Our next one is work smart and hard. And what we mean by that, a lot of people get out here and we beat our head up against the wall, working hard, breaking the sweat, doing and not moving anywhere. We get into dead-end jobs that's not going to take us anywhere. We just get out here and we take whatever somebody can give us. And a lot of folk end up stuck in the industry that they don't want to be in, stuck in a position where they're not moving forward. And it can get especially dicey for those of us, for people of color, because sometimes we might even get in the industry that we like, but we might be in a specific company that just don't promote black folk. You might get in a specific company that just don't put people who look like you in leadership positions, right? So we got to work smart. That means do your due diligence about where you're going to work and what you're going to do, right? Work smart. Understand the shortcuts that can be made, right? Work smart. Understand the fast track to success. Understand that. Understand the attitude you must carry, how you need to dress. Work smart. Be a thinker. Work smart and work hard. Put in your hard work, but put in your hard work in a smart way. Don't assume that someone just sees you because you're breaking your back every day. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Be strategic about what you do and when you do, and don't expend energy that you don't need to expend. At Mission Empowerment, we say work smart and hard. Peace and power, Sean Gales. Mission Empowerment success story right there. All right. It's who you know, what you know, and how you know that counts. It's who you know, what you know, and how you know that counts. What I mean by who you know, right? Look, it pays. It pays to have powerful relationships, right? It makes sense to have powerful relationships. I tell young people all the time, get out there in your community, meet the decision makers in your community, make yourself known, right? Make yourself known. Meet your city council person, make yourself known. Go to a school board meeting and make yourself known. Meet the business owners on your block, make yourself known, right? Shake their hand. Show that you know how to respect authority. You never know when an opportunity is going to pop up just based on who you know, right? But what I would add to who you know is also be mindful of who knows you and likes you, right? So always be mindful of the image that you're putting out there in the community. Always be mindful of that. Always be mindful of what people see when they see you. So if you're walking down the street and you feel like cutting the fool and you yelling and cussing and talking this and then for your friends, understand that 9 times out of 10, those friends you cutting up in front of, they not the decision makers in the community that could put money in your pocket or put opportunity in your path. Be mindful of who might be looking at you across the street. Be mindful of who might be passing by in their car, right? So how do you want people to see you? See, because it's who you know. Then it's also what you know. What do you know how to do? What's your skill? Believe it or not, just being quiet and listening is a skill that not everybody has. Maybe you're a good speaker, right? Maybe you can write. Maybe you're artistic and you can design things. Maybe you're good fixing things with your hands. Maybe you're good on the computer, but it's what you know. And then beyond your skill set, right? What do you know about politics? What do you know about how your community works? What do you know about business and industry? It's who you know, what you know, and then how you know. Where you getting your information from? Is you getting your information from a reliable source? Sometimes we're listening to folk, we're getting advice from people and their life is going down. Right? So how you know, like when you say, I know that it's all about getting this money. How you know that? Who told you that? Who told you it's just all about getting this money and it don't matter how you get it? Where'd you get that message from? Right? A lot of times I deal with young people and they're getting horrible messages from people that they look up to. But there are people that they look up to that are engaged in things that either lead to death or lead to prison. I engage with young people who are making a decision right now whether or not they're going to join the neighborhood set or join the block, right? And they're being pulled in one way by their teachers and educators and parents and pulled another way by their friends and also uncles and dads in some cases in the neighborhood that want them to carry on a different type of tradition, a street tradition. It's who you know, what you know, and how you know that counts. Young people, you have to pay attention to how you know. And there are some people that are put in your life that you might love, but they've been put in your life to show you what not to do, not what to do. And there is a way, with all due respect, to choose your own path. So as a part of this movement, I want you to internalize these empowerment laws. Post them somewhere on your wall, on your phone, and remind yourself to fight fear with facts. The more viable skills, the more dollar bills. Others can show you the way, but only you can follow the path. Ownership is protection. If all you do is dream, you'll only reach your goals in your sleep. Work smart and hard. And it's who you know, what you know, and how you know that counts. You do that, you're going to be looking like them. Boom. You do that, you're going to be ready. All right, let's move on. All right, now a little bit about me. Okay, my name's Baba Amin Imamu Ojuok. I am the founder of the Uhuru Academy. I am an internationally recognized independent educator, lecturer, and education consultant with almost 30 years experience. I'm affectionately known as Baba Amin. Now, I'm formerly Steve Richmond, but I corrected my name spiritually a few years ago. So I am officially Baba Amin Ojuok. Let's see. What says here? I'm expert at youth engagement, and I'm passionate about working with young people and helping young people unlock their potential. I'm also the founder or co-founder, along with my wife. I have to acknowledge my wife. Some advice for y'all. Acknowledge your wife, brothers. All right. Mama Nkoyo Ojuok, co-founder of the Uhuru Academy, which is an African-centered private school. We work with kindergarten all the way up through 12th grade. We're online. We have a campus here in South Carolina, and we consult with other education programs throughout the country and abroad. We've been doing that since 2010. We're actually celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year with the Uhuru Academy. I'm also a husband and a father of 8 children. So not only have I been teaching children for the past 30 years, I'm raising 8 of them while I'm at it. All right. So that's a little bit about me. And man, you know, I'm passionate about young people, not only because I love young people, but because I'm fully vested in your success. I'm going to be an elder one day, and that day is coming closer and closer. You see by this gray hair, right? And I feel like it's my duty as an educator to do my part in ensuring that young people are empowered to take over and take care of me. When I get old, we need you guys to be successful. We need you guys to have your head on straight. We need you to build powerful communities. We need you to build powerful families. All right. So that's Baba Amin. That's me. All right. Now, if you were here with me right now, we break the ice and we do a little icebreaker. But since we're recording this as a live webinar, we're going to keep it moving. I don't have anybody in the webinar with me, so we're going to keep it moving and we won't do the introductions, right? We're going to go right into what I call music therapy, okay? What you vibing to right now? See, at Mission Empowerment, we believe that what you feed your mind matters. The type of music you listen to, the type of movies that you're watching, that we need to remember, no right or wrong. I'm not judging your music. I'm not judging your movies. Remember, we said balance and imbalance, right? So what we want to promote is a balanced vibe is what I call it, you know. And what I mean by balanced vibe is for every song or gangster rap or whatever that you listen to, a song about unhealthy relationships, listen to something about healthy relationships. For every song you listen to where they may be talking about death and murder, you need to be listening to some music that's talking about life, right? And when you're focused on your success, you definitely want to feed yourself music that encourages you to be successful. So what you vibing to these days, right? So when we do music therapy, I always highlight a song, right? And it could be a hip hop song, soul song. Chances are it's going to be some black music, right? But I'm going to highlight a song that we're going to listen to and that we're going to talk about. We're going to watch the lyric video. I want you to read the lyrics along with the song, right? And then we're going to have a brief discussion about the message in the song and how we can apply that message to our life, all right? So this week we're going to listen to Dedication by Nipsey Hussle featuring Kendrick Lamar. And I don't know who the late great Nipsey Hussle is, great rapper out of the West Coast, MC business owner out of the West Coast, released a album, Victory Lap. I believe it was 2018. And I mean, I played that album. I still play Victory Lap. I believe it's a classic, instant classic hip hop album with a lot of powerful messages on it. This is one of the more powerful songs on there that I thought would be very appropriate for our workshop today. It's called Dedication. There's a little language in this song, but of course I say balance and imbalance, not right or wrong. Hopefully you could take the context and not be worried too much about the language, right? But this song is called Dedication with Nipsey Hussle and Kendrick Lamar, featuring the great Kendrick Lamar. Let's check that out right quick.
My nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration. It's a dime block declaration. 59th and 5th Ave, granny house with vanilla wafers. It's the remedy to separation. Tupac of my generation. Blue pill in the fucking matrix. Red rose in the great pavement. Young black nigga trapped and he can't change it. Know he a genius, he just can't claim it. Cause they left him no platforms to explain it. He frustrated, so he get faded. But deep down inside, he know you can't fade him. How long should I stay dedicated? How long till opportunity meet preparation? I need some real nigga reparations, or I run up in your bank just for recreation. Dedication, hard work, plus patience. To some more of my sacrifice, I'm done waiting. Told you that I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying. Dedication. Dedication. Look. I spent my whole life thinking out the box. Boxing homies 3-on-1, got DP, but I ain't dropped. Chirp on me, here I come. Spin around the block, they blurked on me. Said I ran a stop sign, but that's a lie. I spent my whole life staring at the stage, playing Sega, daddy smoking Sherm, mama playing spades, catching vapors. Grandma said I get some Jordan for my grades. That's my baby. When she died, my heart broke 100 ways. I spent my whole life trying to make it, trying to chase it. The cycle of a black man divided, trying to break it. You take like a lost shit. Don't cry about it, just embrace it. Mine a setback for major comeback, that's my favorite. My nigga L said you do a song with Nip. K-Dot here better grip. I said here man first, you hear the words out his lips about flourishing from the streets to black businesses. Level 4 y'all living, giving to false imprisonment. Listen close my nigga, it's bigger than deuces and foes my nigga. Since elementary we close my nigga, you're straight like that. I give you the game, go back to the turf and give it right back. For generations we've been dealt bad hands with bad plans. Prove your dedication by hopping out Grand Ams. I'm at the premiere, politicking with Top Nip and Snoop. Damn, clock watching the way we groove. Dedication. If it ain't congratulating, I look like hey. If it ain't congratulating, I look like what Nip said. Hold up. Blah. This ain't entertainment. It's 4 niggas on a slave ship. These soldiers and spirituals I swam against them waves with. Ended up on shore to their amazement. I hope the example I set's not contagious. Lock us behind gates but can't tame us. Used to be stay safe, now stay dangerous. Cause ain't no point playing defense, nigga. That's why I dove off the deep end, nigga, without a life jacket. Couple mil, tour the world, all my life cracking. Cook the books, bring it back so it's no taxes. Royalties, publishing, plus our own masters. I'd be damned if I slave for some white crackers. I was mapping this out, I hit the heights backwards. Topping out the 85 and Reebok classics. Ran a couple marathons just to get established. To make it happen, you got to have dedication, hard work, plus patience. To some more of my sacrifice, I'm done waiting. Told you that I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying. Dedication.
I'm gonna pause it right there, right? Because I love the lyrics inside this hook. It says dedication, hard work plus patience, the sum of all my sacrifice. I'm done waiting. Dedication, hard work plus patience. That's a great equation for what describing what dedication is. Hard work plus patience. I think that's an important fact or important thing to talk about right now, because nowadays we want everything to happen so fast. We want to be able to dream it and be that tomorrow. Matter of fact, some of us would pretend like we made it, you know, and that's where social media can be dangerous. We'll get a little money. I see some of y'all get your little check from work and spread it out on the bed. I'm getting to this money, and we pretend that we've made it, and we get so comfortable in pretending that we made it, you know, that we stop working hard to actually achieve our goals. We get complacent where we are. I got internet, I got my phone, I got some food. What else do I need to achieve? I got a place to stay. I'm living with my mama, I'm living with my auntie, I'm living with my grandmama. What else do I need to achieve? I got a little girlfriend or a little boyfriend. What else do I need to achieve? And we stop looking. And some of y'all know some people who stop looking, who stop searching, who stop moving. I'm not just talking about young people who are out in the streets doing the thing. I'm talking about some of you are underemployed. Some of you working at the Walmart. Some of you working at the movie theater. And you ain't looking to go anywhere else. You're not looking to move beyond. You're not looking to tap into your true potential right now, right? Because you can get on social media and pretend like you're there already. Or you can tell yourself in your head that you're there already, right? Because we don't want to face that hard work. We don't want to show and develop that patience, right? Some of you have already forgotten. You might be 20, 21, 22 years old. You've already forgotten what it is that you always wanted to do, where you were originally trying to go, where that dream was originally taking you. Some of you are completely out of touch or disconnected with how to get there. You're disconnected from education opportunities. How you gonna get back in school? What school do you need to go to? How much does it cost? How do you get your financial aid? Where can you go get training and certified in that skill that you want to get in? What are some skills that you would like to pick up? Are you researching skills? Are you looking at YouTube and some how-to videos, some DIY videos? Have you gotten away from building your skill set up? Are you content with where you are right now? Have you just told yourself, I lose this job, I'll just go try to find another? And that might be fine for you right now. But I'm telling you right now, it ain't fine for us as a community. We need you to do more. We need you to do more. We need owners. We need people out here that's going to be buying property, positioned to buy property. We need people out here positioned to support institutions and support schools and build schools and daycares and build safe spaces for our children to go. We need leaders. We need people that's going to go out here and become our city council people and become our school board representatives. We need accountants. We need lawyers. We need construction workers, people who own construction companies and builders. We need engineers. We need farmers and agricultural scientists. Some of you are that. You have engineer in you, but you've become complacent. You become complacent because mama let you stay on the couch. You can always go to grandmama's house. You become complacent because you're already in a relationship and doing things that probably could cause you to have to build a family before you're ready to have a family. And your life feels complete, but you've gotten away from that path that allows you to not only make your life better, but make life better for everyone around you. And that's why I love this lyric right here: dedication, hard work plus patience, the sum of all my sacrifice. I'm done waiting. I'm done waiting. Told you I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying. So he said it didn't come overnight for Nipsey. It doesn't come overnight for most of us, for any of us. It takes hard work. It takes patience. And then you will look at the sum of all your sacrifice. This is why I wasn't going out partying when everybody was going out partying. You'll look around and you'll see the real estate that you own. You'll look around and you'll see your car. You'll see your beautiful family. You'll see how your mother's living good. Your siblings are doing good. And you'll say, oh, this is why I stayed up all night studying. This is why I decided to get a trade and get certified in a trade instead of running the streets and doing the fool and just settling. This is why I sat down and learned how to code. This is the sum of all my sacrifice. You between 16 and 24 right now. 10 years from now, you'll be around between 30, 34 years old. And those are gonna be your money generating years. See, once you hit them 30s, now it's time to hit the ground running. Now it's time to start building that revenue, building your legacy up. And you're going to look back and you're going to ask yourself, how did I spend my years, my 16s, my late teens, my early 20s? How did I spend those years? Did I spend those years preparing for these years? Or did I spend those years thinking that those years were just about having fun? And why couldn't building my skill set be fun to me? Why couldn't I have had fun while building my skill set? Dedication, hard work plus patience, the sum of all my sacrifice. I'm done waiting. I'm done waiting. Told you I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying. It's dedication. What do you hear when you listen to this song? What lyrics inside this song stand out to you, right? I love this part where Kendrick says, you take a loss, don't cry about it, just embrace it. Mine a setback for major comeback. That's my favorite. We're going to take some L's along the way. There are going to be obstacles along the way. You ain't got time to cry about it. Embrace the obstacles because there's a lesson in it, right? Mine a setback for a major comeback. That's my favorite. Mine a setback for a major comeback, right? Get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. I love that attitude. I love that attitude. I love that attitude. Dedication, hard work plus patience. I love this song. So give yourself music therapy, man. Give yourself music therapy. Make sure you put you a playlist together and call it your power playlist. Call it your power playlist. Put your power playlist together. And that be that playlist you play when it's time to get to work. That'll be that playlist that you play when it's before it's time to study. That's your playlist when you got to get up and work out. Take care of your health and wellness. That's your playlist. Put your power playlist together. I recommend this song for your power playlist. All right. All right. Boom. Speaking of dedication, you know, we always have to bring examples, right? And that song, you know, wasn't just written by somebody that was just talking. It was written by a man who had a powerful impact on us, on our community here very recently, you know, and of course, he met an untimely, violent transition. We don't call it death. He just transitioned from one life stage to another. And that's Brother Ermias Joseph Oskidon. Let's get his name right. Ermias Joseph Oskidon, known to us as Nipsey Hussle. And I think he's a great example of someone who diversified his skill set in order to be successful, because he was more than a rapper, right? And this is a powerful quote from Nipsey that I want to include in this presentation. He says, being self-made means never making an excuse, as to what it takes for you to step toward whatever goal you have. There's always something you can do. You may not always have the necessary tools and resources, but you always have something. Being self-made also means being comfortable working with what you have. It's about realizing there are different levels throughout your journey, and you have to be patient. Ooh, great advice. You have to make an honest assessment about what you have, young people. You have to appreciate what you have. That don't mean walk around saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you have. To appreciate means to understand the value of what you have. And you have to be willing to work with what you have. Nipsey didn't start in $1 million studio, right? Some of your favorite social media sites, they didn't start in big companies, right? Snapchat started in the garage. Microsoft, what I'm using right now, Windows, started in the garage, right? Nipsey say he used to work on an old desktop computer recording songs, old raggedy desktop computer recording songs. But in order to do that and still keep your vision and not be discouraged, right? Starting with where you are, you have to maintain that vision, and you have to be comfortable starting with where you are and be proud of the fact that I ain't got but this. But even with this little bit I have, I'm doing something with it, right? He said, there's always something you can do. There's always something you could do. Ain't no job out there you ain't able to find no job. You can find work, though. Go sweep up the barbershop. Go volunteer at the community center. Go volunteer to clean people's yards. You're building relationships. You might not make a bunch of money, but you ain't gonna make no money watching Netflix either, right? So you can spend your time watching TV. You can spend your time going up and down your timeline, young folk, or you can allot 2 to 3 days out the week where you say, I'm gonna get out in the community, man. I'm gonna go up to the church. I'm gonna go up to the store. I'm gonna go to different places. I'm gonna meet different people, and I'm gonna let myself be known. There's always something you can do, right? See, he says, most people want to skip the process, not knowing that when you skip steps, you miss the lessons. Y'all, this is a process. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. This is a marathon. In dedication, he said he had to run a few marathons, but now his life was good. That means you got to put in that work. There are going to be setbacks. There are going to be challenges, right? Most people want to skip the process, not knowing that when you skip steps, you miss the lessons. I'm a teacher. I love to teach math. And when I teach math, I always tell my students, it's not about the answer. It's about the process. It's about mastering how to get to the answer. It's about mastering how to be patient enough to take an equation one step at a time until you get to the desired solution. You master the process, the answer takes care of itself. If you master the process towards success, the success part will take care of itself. If you master your work ethic, you believe in hard work, right? If you master patience, everything else will take care of itself. Skipping steps, you miss out on a lesson. Some of us want to go from here right to here. How many people you know get a bunch of money dumped on them? They wasn't ready to have a bunch of money, and they end up losing it. Matter of fact, when you look at the NFL or you look at the NBA, I read a stat that said 85% of professional Black athletes go broke within 5 years of leaving the league that they played in. And the main reason is because there was no time preparing for the money. They were preparing for the sport. They was preparing for the lifestyle that comes with the money, but there wasn't any preparation for the money itself, the management of the money. Right? A lot of them fall victim to people who prepared to manage those millions, right? And that was stealing their money right under their nose because they didn't know how to properly read the documents that was in front of them. The preparation wasn't there. So now you see a lot of organizations that pop up with young athletes that are trying to prepare them for the riches that are coming their way. You can't skip steps. When you skip steps, you miss lessons. Ask those professional athletes who don't have the money that they had at first. 85% lose their wealth within 5 years of leaving the league. That's because that preparation hadn't been made. He says, if you start small and build on what you have, you can continue to multiply that into something greater while picking up all of the valuable lessons along the way. You learn all the secrets to the game on your way up. Love it. He says, if you're not willing to embrace getting it off the curb, you're going to fumble anyway once you get your hands on something substantial. In other words, if you don't embrace the process, if you don't embrace the skill building process, the studying process, the working out process, if you don't embrace the process on the way up, when you do get something substantial, you're going to fumble it because you won't appreciate it. Not that you won't be thankful, you won't understand its value. Remember, appreciate means to understand the value of something. And if you skip steps, man, if you're not dedicated to the process, and then all of a sudden someone dumps something substantial on you, you won't fumble it away because you didn't sacrifice for that. You skipped the lessons that were gonna along the way that would have shown you how to keep it. You didn't sit up under somebody who already had it to watch their successes and watch their mistakes. You wasn't patient. Hope that makes sense. Great advice from Nipsey Hussle, right? Says you'll mishandle it because you missed all of the necessary steps. Being self-made is about embracing the process. And that's what mission empowerment is all about. It's about encouraging you to embrace the process from point A to point Z. Embrace the process, all the obstacles along the way, embrace them. The lessons, the successes, embracing the process, right? One of the things that impressed me most about Nipsey was some of the businesses that he embarked on, right? And two of the ones that I really love is Vector 90, which along with his business partners, he was wise enough to know he didn't do everything. He surrounded himself with people who had the skills to help bring his dreams into fruition, right? And that's something that you have to do too. I want you to look at your team. Who's your team? Who's your team? When you and your partner sit down, or you and your homegirl sit down and do, what do y'all talk about? When y'all talk about your dreams and your goals, how y'all getting prepared? Are y'all getting prepared collectively? Look at LeBron James. LeBron took all of his homeboys and he's like, all y'all going to school. I'm going to do the hooping. I'm going to get the money. I'm going to be the investor. But Maverick Carter, you going to have a sports agency. My boy over here, you going to run the production company. You know what I'm saying? How are y'all collectively coming together and building companies with your friends, right? But that's what Nipsey did with some of his. Right. And they started a place called Vector 90 in South Central, which Vector 90 is a hub where creative people can go or people who want to go into business for themselves. You can go and get information. You can go and schedule meetings there. You can go up in there and just bring your ideas into fruition. Wonderful place. Wi-Fi throughout the free Wi-Fi throughout the place, refreshments and things like that, comfortable places for you to sit. So if you and your crew want to go in there and say, man, we want to start a store. We want to start this online store. We got to get it popping. Let's go up to Vector 90, sit down, have some coffee, and let's get this going. Man, I know a web designing guy. He going to meet us up at the Vector 90. How cool is that to put a place in your community where people can go, right, and work on their ideas? But another thing that he opened that I found to be very impressive was the Marathon store, right? The Marathon store is a retail store located in Los Angeles, California. It's credited as being one of the world's first smart stores, right? Like one of the things special about the Marathon store is that when you walk in, there's an app that you can open and the app engages with the store. You can scan different products to get exclusive information. You get access to exclusive music and content from Nipsey, right? And it was a state-of-the-art store, right? And right now they say the Marathon store is closed, but it's not closed because they ran out of business. It closed because since his untimely death, the demand for product and it became a shrine. People started visiting the store so much they couldn't handle the demand for product. So now they're exclusively online, a wildly successful venture. Right. But what I want us to focus on is not necessarily how successful it was, but the innovation and the skill set that it took. Right. Because he didn't rap his way up on a store. You don't rap and get a store. Right. The skill set that it takes to open a Vector 90, to open a Marathon store and convert it into a smart store. Do you think he just went and got a bunch of old white folk? to help him put this stuff together? Nah, man, he teamed up with a bunch of young, innovative, and creative Black people who had embraced the process, who had embraced building their skill sets. One brother by the name of Doss, I believe, Chris Doss, I believe is his name. I could be messing his name up, but that's who helped him develop Vector 90 and helped him buy the strip mall that he bought, because he was going to develop multiple businesses inside of that strip mall. But another brother that helped him was a young man, a software engineer by the name of Idris Sundu. Now, I don't know if y'all ever heard of Idris Sundu. See, everything you see, everything you enjoy, there's something going on behind the scenes and people working behind the scenes that you don't see, right? Like all those great pictures you see from Nipsey. He don't take the pictures. Who's his photographer, right? The videos. Who's shooting the videos, right? Who's his accountant that helped him, like he said in the song, cook the books and return to the States, right? These are all high-paying, skilled jobs, skilled positions that if some of the celebrities and folks that you know and love don't have people in these positions, they're not going to be successful. Let's face it, all of us ain't going to be in front of the camera. All of us ain't going to be the face. But there is no face without a head. There is no face without a neck. There is no face without a body. The team has to be built behind the scenes. Most of us are behind the scenes. But I'm telling you something, folks living good behind the scenes. This is Idris Sundu. This is a young software engineer, a tech genius who partnered with Nipsey Hussle to design the Marathon store in Vector 90. Idris was discovered by a Google engineer when he was 13 years old at the public library, where he had been teaching himself how to code since he was 10. This is a young man, I believe he's 22 now. But this is a young man, he didn't go to college for this. This is a young man who started going to the public library at 10 years old and teaching himself how to code. Just so happened to meet, remember when I said getting out and making relationships? Just so happened to meet a Google engineer who noticed him in the library. That means he probably strategically chose the library that he went to. He probably got on a city bus and strategically chose what library he was going to hang out in, right? Met a Google engineer, right? And create a relationship. I guess they would meet up at the library here and there, and he would show the Google engineer some of his ideas and things that he was working on when he was 13. When he was 16 years old, because of that relationship, he won an internship at Google. For most of us, Google is just something you go to on your phone. We just take it. How does Google work? Is that the Google fairy that's making it work? Is that magic? No, Google is a huge multi-billion-dollar company that employs thousands of people and pays them good money. He won an internship with Google at 16. By the time he was 19, he had done coding and pitched ideas to Instagram, to Uber, and to Twitter. He ultimately met up with Nipsey Hussle because his goal has always been to merge technology with the culture. And together, they developed one of the world's first smart stores, the Marathon store. He's behind the scenes, but he's skilled. And his skill became invaluable in making that happen. And I know we give all the credit to the famous person. We give all the credit to the people we see, but it's the people behind the scenes that make it work. Those professional athletes that don't lose their money, it's because they have a good accountant behind the scenes, good management behind the scenes. They have support systems. They have skilled people around them that allows them to be able to focus on what they're able to do. Kobe was getting ready for basketball after basketball. He didn't just do that by himself. For 20 years, he just focused mainly on basketball. But he built a team of creative folk behind him that when he left basketball, he had a team in place that was ready, right? Ready to help him put out some of the material content he wanted to put out, like his documentary that won an Oscar. He didn't do that by himself. He had skilled illustrators, skilled writers around him. Skill building, y'all. That while he was doing his thing, they were building their skills and they converged and made something big happen. All right. So quick discussion and dialogue. Let's talk about what it takes to achieve your goals or to build your skills. And I hope y'all enjoying this. Okay. All right. And we're going to start with an African proverb, right? So African proverb says, smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. Sometimes we sit and we get discouraged because of our situation. Maybe we don't have a lot of money. You know, maybe we dealing with discrimination where we are. Maybe the family life is messed up. You know, maybe the school you go to is just whack and they ain't got no library. Library got 3 books in them, and 2 of them checked out. You know what I'm saying? This proverb, smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. It reminds us, right, that adversity makes us stronger. It reminds us that those obstacles, you can either allow an obstacle to keep you down, or you can allow that obstacle to shape you into a warrior. Fire burns, but fire also purifies, right? Steel sharpens steel, right? And the most skillful people at anything are those people who overcome obstacles to achieve that skill, who have to fight through obstacles to learn. When I have to fight through obstacles to get something, I appreciate it more. I work 10 times harder at it, right? When I want to get out of an adverse condition, that's motivation. That's motivation for me to push harder, because I got to change this. I got to break this cycle. Some of you have to break cycles of violence in your life. You're trying to break a cycle of generational poverty in your life. Well, you're going to have to build a skill set that allows you to do that, right? I want to show you something, right? I'm going to share something with you right quick. The video on the right, that's the Nicholas brothers, right? The Nicholas brothers were the world famous dancing duo. They were brothers, right? In the 1930s and 1940s, okay? On the left is a group of black people sharecropping in the 1930s or the 1940s, I'm not sure. These were the conditions that many black people were living in during that time in America, particularly in the South. But at the same time, there was a measure of opportunity if you got your skills up to get out of that lifestyle, to get away from the blatant terrorism in the South. But you had to get your skills up. And best believe there were black people like Booker T. Washington, who started building schools, Carter G. Woodson, who was a great educator that went around teaching us our history, the father of Black History Month. There were black scientists like George Washington Carver, inventors like Lewis Latimer and Garrett Morgan that used their skill set to rise above and to go beyond, right? And when these people were allowed to shine, they did things that were never seen before in history. Right? They did things, they were able to accomplish things that you had never seen before. And that's because of the adverse conditions that they came from. It shaped them, it molded them, and they appreciated the skills that they were able to grab so much that they took the skill to a whole nother level. See, that's the flip side of suffering. That's the flip side of struggle. That when you come up out of the struggle, not only are you going to be great at what you do, you're probably going to be the greatest to ever do it because you know what it's like to not have anything. I'm going to share this quick video. This is the Nicholas brothers, right? And this was a dancing duo back in the 1930s. And I want you to check this out. Some people say this is the greatest dance routine ever filmed. But I want you to check this out, understanding that the backdrop to this is that on the left. That the other option is that on the left. And then you understand they ain't just dancing because they happy. They dancing hard because they ain't trying to go back to that picture on the left. Check this out. How much practice did that take? How much patience? How much hard work did it take for them to put that routine together? They couldn't have got it right the first time, right? To be able to smile through the whole thing, to do it on film. They didn't have a bunch of film back. They couldn't just rewind it and do it again. They wasn't using cell phones. They was using film. And look at the backdrop, Jim Crow America. You see, you had white dancers back then too. You had people like Fred Astaire and all of that, and they were good, but they wasn't nothing like this because they came up out of suffering. They came up out of, they had a different type of motivation, and I'm trying to show you your advantage. Your advantage is that you understand what it's like to have less. Your advantage is that you understand that you got to do you got to go twice as hard. I'm not going to say to get half as much because nowadays you can get more. They went twice as hard and they got half as much. They still couldn't go into certain restaurants. They still couldn't go into certain hotels, even though they were pulling off moves in their industry, doing things in their industry that no one else had ever done. But they were also able to travel the world. And their skills took them away from Jim Crow. They were able to go to Europe. They were able to go to Africa. They were able to go to the Caribbean. They were able to go other places where they were treated with a lot more respect than here. But their skill set got them there. Your skill set can take you wherever it is you want to go, but you have to build it. And you have to remember where you came from. You have to remember the alternatives. And you have to allow it to motivate you, not put you down, not discourage you. To not condemn yourself before you even try. So many of us look up and look at our circumstances, and we allow ourselves to be defined by our circumstances, and we don't even give ourselves a chance to be a has-been. We be a never try. I would rather try and fail than to be a never try. No matter where you are, you can use your circumstances as a launch pad, not a grave. And we can learn that from our ancestors. We can learn that from our ancestors who didn't just lay down and accept the circumstances, but they continued to fight. But there was no fight for equality without skills. We can't live in your community, then we need to have the skills to build our own community. We can't work in your factory, then we need to have the skills to build our own factory. We can't ride your bus, then we need the skills to build and maintain our own buses. You don't want to sell me good food, and I need the skill to grow my own healthy food. Hope y'all get that. I hope that makes sense. Remember the proverb, smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. Rocky waters do. Them waves, that's what make a sailor good. How you gonna respond when the waves come? What makes a fighter good? Somebody who can fight, who's fighting you back. You'll never be a good fighter shadow boxing. I ain't never been a good fighter that got good from shadow boxing. Eventually, you gotta fight. I never met a good singer that didn't sing. Eventually, you gotta perform. And you need them to boo you. You need somebody to tell you that you're out of key. You need somebody to tell you that your artwork is a little off. You need that in your life because smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. You need adversity. Embrace the adversity and allow it to mold you, to shape you, to motivate you, like the Nicholas brothers did. All right. What are your obstacles? What do you feel like is in your way? Right? What are your goals? This is my little graphic that we do at every workshop, right? When we're talking about skill building right now, right? What's holding you back from achieving your skills, from building your skill set? I want you to think about that. What obstacles are in your way from picking up one new skill a month? One new skill a month, 2 new skills a month. What obstacles are in your way, right? You see the honey? That's the new skills, right? We need to get to them skills. Ooh, the beehive full of good honey. We need to get to that honey, right? But you got bees in your way. Bzz, they ain't trying to let you get to the honey. What are your bees? Is it people? Are people holding you back? You feel like that there's people in your life that are holding you back from building your skill set? Is it places where you live? I'm in this hood. There ain't nothing around here. Is that what's stopping you from building your skill set? Is it fear? Sometimes it's just the fear of the unknown that stops us from building our skill set. Is it ego? I gotta know. I can't let people know that I don't know anything. You know, when people think you don't know something, they think you dumb. Nah. What are your B's? What's stopping you from achieving your goals? You have to ask yourself that. You have to ask yourself that. Then we got to put strategies in place. If it's people, or there are people in your life that you need to X out your life. A lot of times I'm on social media and folk are always talking about, I'm going to unfollow. I'm going to unfriend this person. I'm unfriending you. I'm unfriending you. Maybe you need to do some unfriending. Maybe you need to do some unfriending. Are there people in your life that's not feeding that, not feeding your ambition? Places. Where are you hanging out? Where do you spend your time? You always at your partner's house with the blunts going around and y'all just playing the game all day and texting. Are these places like, are you motivated when you leave there, or are you just comfortable when you get there? Because if you go in places where you just sip something and smoke something and you're just getting comfortable and get stuck, then that's what you're going to be. You're going to be stuck. And I'm not saying stop hanging around your folk. I'm saying you need some balance in your life. Where can you go to foster a whole different type of mood? Where can you go that'll foster a whole different type of motivation? Right? Is it places? Is it fear? Remember, we fight fear with facts. What do you want to do? Start researching. Most of us, not all, most of us got one of these. Cell phone. Right? That means you got access to Google, you got access to YouTube, you got access to information. You fight fear with facts. What do you want to do? How do you become that? Google it. How do I become a welder? You may be surprised how prepared you already are. What's in that honey? What do you want to do? You want to drive trucks? You want to own trucks? What do you want to do? You want to go into fashion? Music, entertainment, education, you want to teach? What do you want to do? And what type of skills do you have to have in order to get there? And how do you get past these bees? Remember, when you go for honey, you ain't got to kill the bees. Just apply a little smoke screen. And the smoke don't kill the bees, it just confuses them. Maybe you need to throw some smoke screens up in your life. Maybe you need to throw some smoke screens up in your life. Maybe you shouldn't be as available to certain people and certain energies. Because it's crucial that you get these things done. It's crucial that you build your skill set, build your customer service skill set, build your computer literacy up, build your soft skills, your phone, your speaking skills up. It's crucial that you do that. It's crucial that you build your reading skills up, your basic math skills up. It's crucial that you do that. Your business sense, owning and operating a business, how to make money, how to manage money. It's crucial that you build these skills up. So what are the people, places, emotions that are currently getting in your way that you need to bring some balance to? Only you can answer that question. But you got to ask it first and be honest with yourself, right? All right, we're gonna forego this one right quick. So we say skills, and more skills. What and where we can pick up new skills of our own. All right, y'all, there's so many places out here where you can find skills, you know what I'm saying, on the internet, where you can build computer skills, typing skills, speaking skills. I mean, YouTube is like the DIY universe. YouTube is like a college, right? It's like a college. What do you want to know how to do? Heating and air conditioning? You want to get into that? You want to get into auto mechanics? You want to get into computer repair, phone screen repair? Ooh, how many of y'all got a cracked screen? Ooh, people who can fix cracked screens are doing well right now. Where can you go to learn how to do that? You got to spend thousands of dollars. You got to get a student loan to learn that and start a business? Nah, man. You probably got to invest in maybe $100 worth of equipment, maybe. But I mean, you can go find out. We fight fear with facts. You can go find out, right? Skills, and more skills. Let's. Okay, here's a quick question, right? Let's think for a second. Who designed your favorite app or video game? This is a question. This is an activity that I want you to do, right? I want you to think about your favorite app. It might be Candy Crush, it might be Snapchat or whatever, or your favorite video game. It might be 2K, might be Madden. Who designs it? What company? What person? Who designed it, right? So I got some questions here. What is your favorite app or video game? What's the name of the person or company that designed it? How many times has it been downloaded, or how many copies have been sold? What type of skills are required to design an app or a video game? What type of careers are available that are related to app and game design? How does one go about getting into this industry? I meet young people all the time that say they want to be a game designer, they want to make a game, or they want to get paid to play in a game. If I can get paid to play the game, I'll be rich. There are people that get paid to play games. The designers. And they have a whole department of folks who are testers that get paid to test the game. How do you even get into that career? And how many jobs go into that? How many skills go into developing an app like Candy Crush? Did the Candy Crush Fairy develop this skill? They just dropped it on us like a gift. Did Santa Claus bring us Candy Crush? Or did a team of graphic designers? How did you learn about it? Somebody had to market it. How was it marketed? What are those jobs? Who are these people? Where are they located? Where is this stuff that when you go into your Google Play Store and you hit boom and you download that, where is it coming from? Who is it coming from? How did they get there? What skills do they have? I want you to start asking yourself the questions, related to the things that you're interested in. How did it get here? Even if you're into sports, what other jobs are related to sports? Is it just basketball players? Is it just the football players? Who designs the equipment? Who makes shoulder pads? They must make good money because I see shoulder pads everywhere. Who designed the knee pads? Who are the sports scientists, right? Who's putting the workouts together, right? Who are the sports nutritionists? Who are these people? Who are the people that do the CGI to make your favorite running back come to life on Madden? Who designed that? Who designed that technology? Ask yourself these questions because these questions might lead to opportunities for you. Everybody get a Super Bowl ring when the team win the Super Bowl. Everybody affiliated with the team, not just the athletes, secretaries, the executive assistant, the marketing directors. They all get a ring because they're all a part of that company. They're all a part of that business. What about the radio station? Who works at a radio station? What are the jobs? What are the careers? We want to start asking. So with this activity, we're going to focus on your favorite app or your favorite video game, right? Do this research. Just go to Google and do the research. What is your favorite app or video game? What's the name of the person or company that designed it? How many times has it been downloaded? What type of skills are required to design an app or a video game? What type of careers are available that are related to this app and game design? And how does one go about getting into the industry? Even if you're not interested in that industry, just go find out so we can get into the habit of understanding the industries that we want to go in. All right. So let's do something together, right? Let's visit Snapchat. Snapchat's pretty popular these days, right? So let's visit Snapchat, right? And a little background on Snapchat. Snapchat was founded in 2011. It's not even 10 years old yet. Snapchat was founded in 2011 by a young man by the name of Evan Spiegel. All right. I believe he was around 19 or 20 at the time in his dad's garage. He learned how to code. He knew how to code. He wrote an app. He wrote a social media app called Snapchat, right? Obviously, it caught on, through marketing, not because of him. He had a team. Marketers, right? Other designers, right? and it caught on. And now Snapchat's worth about $15 billion from his dad's garage to a $15 billion company in 9 years. I gotta take a drink on that. What skills were involved in building that? Now you have it. Now to you, it's just a little symbol on your phone, right? But in reality, it's a huge multi-billion-dollar company that employs thousands of people all over the world, right? Let's take a look at their management team. Have you ever looked at Snapchat's management team? You can't just be a customer all my lives. Let's look at the management team, right? Look at these relatively young. Evan Spiegel, co-founder and CEO. Look at this kid, Bobby Murphy, co-founder and chief technology officer. What's a chief technology officer? What do they do? How do you become that? Look at Mary Riddy, vice president of communications. Barry Eggers, an early investor. You gotta go get an investor. They went and got an investor for their idea. Look at Travis Chan, manager, interactive engineering. What is that? Bob Blackstock, CEO and creative director of Bitmoji. Peter Sellers, monetization. What is monetization? You think other companies that blow up need somebody to help them with monetization? Huh? I know they got something to do with money, doesn't it? Monetize. That means how do I take that? How do I convert what I'm doing into revenue? Then Brad Goldberg, manager of revenue partnerships. That's the management team at Snapchat. What do they do? We skill building. And on our skill building search, we need to search out people that have interesting jobs and figure out what type of skill does it take to do that. You can create the next Snapchat or the first whatever chat you make, black chat, trap chat, I don't know, right? But these are just people. They don't live in the clouds. There's nothing special about them. You know, they don't, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing special about them that they can achieve something that you can't, right? But if you got into this industry with passion, like they got into it, you're going to be like the Nicholas brothers versus Fred Astaire. See, Fred Astaire was a great white dancer, but he was complacent. He was white. He wasn't really fighting poverty. So he danced real nice. And you saw all the moves before. They say he's great. Yeah, he's great. But even Fred Astaire understood that those folk that was coming from suffering, those folks that was coming from poverty, those people that were fighting the odds, they were doing things and dance that he couldn't dream of doing. That's what would happen if we embrace technology. We would do things with technology that other folk have never dreamed of because we appreciate where we come from. We not comfortable. We have families to raise. We have cycles to break. We have a legacy to recover and to build. I just thought we'd visit Snapchat right quick. Okay? Oh, wait a minute. Y'all might not didn't see Snapchat. Hold on. Let me see. Hold up. I don't know if y'all saw it. No, y'all was still on the presentation. So let me do this. Boom. Okay. So this is the Snapchat team right here. These are just regular folks. Look at them. Evan Spiegel, Bobby Murphy, Mary Riddy, Barry Eggers, Travis Chin, Bob Blackstock, Peter Sellers, Brad Goldberg. How you know it ain't an Evan Spiegel in your neighborhood? A Bobby Murphy, a Mary Riddy. Who's your VP of communications? Who you know that's real good with talking to the public? Huh? Who's your Barry Eggers, your early investor? Your grandmama who saved all that money, your auntie, your uncle? Who's your early investor? Got to build these teams, a team of skilled people, right? But these just people, y'all, just people. All right, let's go back. Let's see, boom. And okay, it takes me all the way there. Y'all bear with me for a second. Where we at? We just visited Snapchat, right? Yeah, we did. Okay, now, all right, now, so we back. We're visiting Snapchat, right? Now, I want us to go visit. Let's join Team Snapchat. Like when you go to Snapchat's website or any what of your favorite apps website, when you go down to the bottom, it's gonna be something that says like join our team. right? Or employment or jobs, right? Yeah, you can work for Snapchat. Ain't that a trip? For Facebook, for Instagram, join our team. Let's go visit Snapchat jobs. Have you ever just looked at what kind of folk does Snapchat hire? What type of skill sets do people need to have to work for a company like Snapchat? And you know, I'm not encouraging you to go out and just get a job, but when your company grows and become a multi-billion-dollar company, these are the type of people you need to hire. Look, they need events managers in Europe. What's an event manager? They need an executive assistant in Los Angeles in finance and accounting. They need an executive assistant in Bitmoji. What is an executive assistant? What do they do? Right? Oh, let me see. Let me make sure that switched over. It didn't switch over. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There it is right there. Right? Look, events manager Europe. Executive assistant finance and accounting in Los Angeles. Executive assistant Bitmoji. You can't do that? You can't learn these skills? What's stopping you? What are the bees stopping you? Right? Right? Let's see. Let's look behind. Look, they need people in the communications and marketing department as well. A brand marketing manager. APAC in Sydney. That's in Australia. Yeah, just that little icon on your phone. This is what's behind it. Right? Look at this. If you had the skills for this, you could apply for it, right? Look at what you'll do. So you can go in and you can study this stuff because these are the jobs that are happening right now. These are the occupations that folks are getting paid to do right now. You could gear your whole education towards these trajectories, right? Because this is what's happening globally. If you had these kind of skills, develop integrated marketing plans and strategies for core markets, lead relationships with cross-functional teams, develop positioning and messaging for Snapchat's business solutions, execute vertical specific strategic program. You need to study what this stuff is. We need to study what these things are. Let me see. Do y'all see it? Yeah, y'all see this, the description, right? We need to study what these things are, right? Let's go back. Let's go back. All right, here we go. We're right here. All right, let's go down here. Business marketing, communication operations associate, director, global business marketing, global creative director. Look at all these opportunities out here. Look at content, head of camera platform ecosystem. What is that, right? What is the head of camera platform ecosystem? Ask questions. Look at this. Tell you what you'll do. Minimum qualification, bachelor's degree or higher in a relevant field of study. So he wants you to go to college for this one. Preferred qualifications, ability to effectively communicate with internal and external partners, passion for the latest VR, AR, virtual reality, augmented reality. I don't even know what MR is, visual compute technology. They want you to have a passion for the technology, excellent verbal and written communication skills, familiarity with 3D engine software, right? You can get familiar with this stuff without going to college, before you go to school. I'm just showing y'all the possibilities that are out here. Have you ever visited this part of a company's website just to see, figuring out what direction you want to go in? We're just using Snapchat as an example, but you can go across industries with this, right? Right? Let's go back. What's a news curator, right? They need one in Los Angeles and they need one in New York. They need a news curator in Los Angeles and in New York. Look at this. What you'll do, produce, edit, and curate Snapchat news content. You can find the news. You can create a site, your own social media site, and put news on it, right? Problem solving skills, solution-oriented mindset, minimum qualification, college degree or equivalent experience in a similar role. You don't even have to have a college degree to do this. Preferred qualifications. See this stuff? This is how you do your research. This is how you find out what skill set are the most successful companies out here looking for, right? What skill sets will I be looking for when I build a successful company? What skill sets do I need to develop in order to have a successful company? Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. All right, let's keep moving. You know, you can learn the code without college. And we're just going to focus in on this one skill, but there are several skills out there. There's no limit to the amount of skills you can put into your skill set. But one skill that's really in demand right now is coding. All right. Coding language should be taught like English is taught, like language in school is taught. I know at the Uhuru Academy, we teach coding like we teach grammar. Everyone takes coding, right? It's something that I think everyone should know the basics, at least the basics of. Coding, that's the ability to write apps, the ability to design games, the ability to decipher, break down websites. Coding is a way to go, and it's a global ticket. When you talk about internet security, when you talk about networking, global ticket. And you can learn how to code before you go to college. There are several free online resources to learn how to code. Remember, you don't need a college degree to create or sell an app, or even to get a job with a large company coding. Master the skill, earn some certifications, and go for it. They have a certification out there called a Cisco certification. Let's say you want to learn networking, or you want to go into networking, or you want to go into internet security. You can literally go to YouTube, learn networking, learn internet security, and then go pay for a test. I think the test is like $350. And you take this test given by Cisco Systems, one of the biggest software developers in the world. You could pay them, take this test, and get a Cisco certification. Is better than a college degree. Other people spending $100,000 going to school for 4 years. You could spend $350 to $500 for a certification that'll be a global ticket in technology. There's so many opportunities out here. So there's a huge, a lot of resources, free resources to learn how to code. I'm just putting y'all up on one skill that's definitely in demand, right? So we can go to this link right here, right? Look at this particular website, 80 plus ways to learn to code for free in 2019. It's still new, it's still relevant in 2020. Look at this. The best online coding classes and programs to learn to code for free. Code Academy, I've used that at our school. Very good program. Udemy.com, a lot of free resources on there. Skill Crushers, free coding camp. Coursera, EDX, MIT Open Courseware. MIT is one of the most prestigious colleges in the world, and they offer all of their courses for free online. Khan Academy, excellent resource. Web Fundamentals, W3 Schools, Code.org, another excellent source, right? Code Wars, look at this. In Code Wars, they teach you languages they teach you different coding languages. Code Conquest, Gadash, Udacity, Touch Plus, The Odin Project, Bento, Bit Degree, Code Avenger, Solo Learn, Free Code Camp. That's just 21 of them. Free places to learn how to code. Come on, y'all. It's out here. What do you want to learn? What skills are you interested in? I tell you what, a good thing to do, a good thing to practice. Practice that patience, practice that hard work. Go learn some basic coding, irregardless of what industry you want to go in. Just start out, learn some basic coding. Go take an online course, a free online course, just to get your mind into the mode of learning again. And because you got a phone, you can use your cell phone to learn how to code. Yeah, you can. All you need is internet, cell phone. If you got a tablet, a laptop, oh, you really in the game then. But let's get in the habit of learning again and picking up new skills, and watch how you feel when you accomplish something. Just watch how you feel. All right. Oh, y'all didn't see the list. Let me do this. Show you the list. I read it off and I forgot to switch my screen, but here it is. 80 plus ways to learn to code for free in 2019. And look at this. Look at number one, Code Academy, Udemy. Look at this. All these places. MIT, you can go visit all of these. Look at this. Look at W3, Code.org, Code Wars. A lot of them come with apps that you can download on your mobile and learn that way. Look at this. Look at this. All the excuses are gone. The information is out here. Are you a skill builder or what? We about to wrap it up. We about to wrap it up. All right. Another good resource, another good place to go to look at different occupations is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. It's a website that was put up by the U.S. Department of Labor, right? And it is a list of pretty much any occupation you could think of in this country is listed on this website, right? And this is the link right here, that bls.gov/OOH. That is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. You could use this resources when you need more information about an occupation that you're interested in. I want you to pay special attention to the education and skills required to enter each occupation, because it even tells you the median income, and it tells you the how much that occupation is growing, so you know whether or not these jobs are disappearing or if these jobs are increasing, right? And it says, remember, there's more than one way to enter an industry. So they're going to give you the qualifications, but remember, think outside the box, right? If you're passionate about something, you'll figure out how to get engaged, right? But this is an excellent resource, the Occupational Outlook Handbook. Go there and check it out. The matter of fact, on the site for youth, they actually have a place where you can put in your personality traits. They'll give you a survey, and they'll actually tell you what occupations match your personality. An invaluable source, right? Right? For information. I didn't want to get out of here without showing y'all that. All right, let's keep going. Ain't nothing realer than real estate. All right. Asante Sana, I want to thank y'all for listening. Okay, I hope you got something from this webinar. I hope you came away motivated to build your skill set. I hope you came away feeling empowered, knowing that there's nothing that you can't achieve if you put your mind to it. I hope you came away understanding that we have to get away from just dreaming, that we have to plan, right? We need you all. We need you all to get focused. But we want you to enjoy the process. Remember what Nip said, embrace the process. It's not about just getting there. It's about the process that it takes to get there. You're going to have to run some marathons. You're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to work. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to turn some parties down. You're going to have to bring balance to some relationships. You're going to have to focus. It's all about the perspective. But man, when you get there, you're going to look back and you're going to see the path that you took. You're going to see the sum of all your sacrifices, and it's going to be worth it. But you got to be patient. You're not going to play your way on up to success. Daydreaming ain't going to get you there. I'm sorry. It's not. Putting on the fancy clothes and spending all your money on $200 shoes, that's not success. That's not going to get you there. You got to put in the work. There's no way around it. And remember, when you skip the steps, you miss the lessons. There's so much to learn. You enroll in college as a freshman, there's something to learn. Go back and be a sophomore. Go back and be a junior. Go back and be a senior and get your degree and embrace that process. There's something to being an entrepreneur. Embrace the process. Start with what you have and build on what you have. Start small, add on, be disciplined, learn how to save your money. Add on to your business, recruit people into your team, and you'll look up one day and that business that you started is a multi-million-dollar company. And then you may be hiring the person that went and got the college degree. But you have to embrace the process. You have it in you. You have the heart. You have the determination. You come from a people who got it all out the mud. Our ancestors got it all out the mud, as y'all say. 300 years of chattel slavery. And look at us now. Look at what Black people are achieving now. You're a part of that legacy. We need you to embrace that. We need you to hold on to that. And we need you to get out here and take this world by storm and take your proper place in it. Remember, one of our laws, ownership is protection. And we won't be safe from systemic racism. We won't be safe from police terrorism. We won't be safe from discrimination in housing, discrimination on the job, unless we own something for ourselves. All the books have been written. The laws have been passed. It's your turn to implement it. You implement it. You build on it. We're counting on you. We believe in you. Join Mission Empowerment. Join Me Incorporated. You can get in touch with me, 682-583-7177. You can email me at babaamin@uhuruacademy.com. You can check out our school at uhuruacademy.com. If you're a business and you're interested in sponsoring young people who are passionate about success, young people who have embraced the process that we have vetted through our program, we want to place those type of young people in your business. We want those young people to carry your banner with you. We want to show the world that you support young people, that you support our youth. Partner with us in creating opportunities for young people. Partner with us in changing the narrative on Black youth in particular. Look at the NCAA. Look at the prison industry. How many multi-billion-dollar industries are being built off the creativity, good or bad, of Black youth? And why are Black businesses struggling? Perhaps one of the answers is that we're not embracing our future the way that we should. I want to thank the House of Hathor here in Columbia, South Carolina, for allowing me to host my webinar here. I want to thank all of you on social media who sat here in the live with us. And I want to thank you, young people, who are going to check this webinar out and do something with it. I've recorded it and I'm going to make it available for you. And it's going to be available for free. This is one of many. Let's make this happen for our young people. Young people, make this happen for yourselves. We need you. Peace and power. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your day. Much success. Peace.